Good morning, folks. The time is 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 18th of May, 2025. And you and I both know that's the 19th for my time-traveling friends on the other side of the world there. My friends in the Philippines, my friends in Indonesia, my friends in New Zealand, my friends in Australia, but more specifically, my friends in the Gold Coast. Sorry, got it wrong. My friends in Adelaide. No, that's not right. My friends in Sydney. Well, kind of right. Hello, Paul Daly. But what was I going to say? My friends in Melbourne. Hello, Jody Roberts. How's everybody doing today? My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. That group that was so funny, I started it twice, my friends. And boy, am I glad that we did, because that worked out great. And you are awesome. How do I know you're awesome? These groups were nothing until you got here, and they're way more than nothing now. These groups are amazing, which means you're amazing, which means you're awesome. Thank you very much, folks, for making us as great as we are. And you know, we've got well over 740,000 members in these two groups. That's more people than a lot of cities have population. So I'm going to say what I say every day. We're the funniest city on the internet. Population, you and I, my friends. Funny people, we're in a funny place, and we make people laugh, and we're good at it. So what's on your agenda for today, my friends? I'll tell you what's happening here. My mom's coming into town from Ottawa. I live in Calgary. She lives in Ottawa. Those are both cities in Canada. There's about 2,500 miles between the two cities, but she's not walking. She's flying. So she'll be here about 20 after 4. No 4:20 shenanigans going on. That's just when her plane lands. And she's going to be here for about 3 days. And then she's going up to Edmonton to visit with my brothers and her friends up in Edmonton. We used to live in Edmonton for quite a while, actually. So that's what's happening today. That's later on today. Before that, of course, I'm working on this video, editing this video, stuff like that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of laundry because you know me and my exciting laundry life, my friends. So that's what I'm doing today. What are you doing, my friends? I want to hear what you're doing today. In fact, once I'm done talking in this little tiny bit, pause the video and comment on the video saying, hey, I'm doing this, or this. Well, if you feel like it. I'm not the boss of you. But I really like to hear about your lives, folks. Just a little bit. We don't need a bunch of details. I'm not writing up a dossier on you. We just want to make a connection. And you know, we heard from Rose Glad yesterday. Rose Glad was driving into town to get a prescription. She had finished those amazing socks that she'd been working on. Let me bring up those socks. I got them right here. Look at this. They look amazing. And look at the heel there. It says hi with an exclamation mark on the heel. Excellent work, Rose. Your knitting is always amazing, and we're always glad to hear about it. Thanks, Rose. That's awesome. We always love seeing your knitting. And I heard from my friend Dave Knapp. My friend Dave Knapp went to an antique tractor pull yesterday. He shared a couple of great photos. Check them out right here. Check that out. I love old machinery like that. We do have quite a few tractor pulls in and around Alberta, all throughout Alberta, because Alberta is primarily agriculture and oil and gas. Those are our two big industries. Agriculture is huge, oil and gas is huge. Well, actually, speaking of agriculture, Alberta is known as producers of some of the best beef in the world, my friends, and it is good. I've traveled around trying steaks, and I haven't had better ones than Alberta beef, so there's that, my friends. So yeah, we do have some tractor pulls that happen around here. I've been to one or two of them, just going into little fairs and towns. It's pretty cool. But I love those pictures of the old tractors. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing the photos, Dave. Sorry you got shut down early, but at least you got out there, got to see the great photos. And we got a treat today. All 10 of our jokes today are from Dave again. Dave, thank you so very much. I've been so lazy, and you've been helping out so much. So not only did he share his day, Dave has shared jokes with us, folks. So thank you so very much for sharing those, friends. That was awesome. And like I said earlier, I want to hear about your day. Why don't you pause this video right now and just comment on your day? If you want to share photos, we'd love if you shared photos, but you don't have to. You don't have to share photos if you don't want to. We can still talk about your day if you tell us about your day, but we can't if you don't. Come on, help us make these videos interesting, because you're interesting. Share your interesting day. All right, as usual, my friends, we have a couple of really good, what I think are really good posts. Posts that made me laugh. And they're just text posts today, which is a little different. A lot of times they have images and that. I'm going to bring them up. I've got one from Andrew Q. Smith, and the other one is from Chris Berrey. We're going to start with Chris Berrey. Oh, that whole alphabetical thing, right? So bringing up Chris Berrey's post right now. It's true. You know, watching these shows where people are buying homes and that, or whatever. So, oh no, I just don't like it. Just don't like it. It's an unbelievably gorgeous place. I got like next to nothing in my bank account. Thank you very much, Chris. Who else does this? Come on, be honest, folks. This made me laugh, Chris, and that's what it takes to get featured here. Next one from Andrew Q. Smith. Of course, it also made me laugh, or we wouldn't be looking at it. Here it is. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because the text's a little small. So just cover. I don't care if it covers my face. Chris, you're asking the questions that need to be answered. It's these dumb little things that make me laugh the hardest, but I'm dumb and I try to be funny. Look at that. I don't even know what I'm doing. Drag it right all the way over there. So Chris, Andrew, I really appreciate your posts today, my friends. I really appreciate that very much. Keep them coming. It's funny stuff like that that makes us awesome. It's funny stuff like that that made 740-some thousand people want to be here, my friends. Keep them coming, and maybe I'll share your post tomorrow. All right, so what the heck is going on here? We told you what time it was. We started right on the dot at 9 a.m. today. Then, of course, I told you that it was the 18th, but since we live on a globe, for some of those folks, it's the 19th. Hello, Melbourne! So I don't know what's wrong with me. And then, of course, we talked about Rose Glad's Day. Shared the images of those socks. Amazing. And we talked about Dave Knapp's Day and yesterday. And he shared those photos from that antique tractor pull. Thanks for sharing those. That's awesome photos, by the way, both of you. Really love seeing that old machinery like that, Dave. That's really cool. Sorry your day was cut short because of the weather, but hey, we can't do much about the weather, right? Except for complain about it. And then from that, we feature two posts. One from Andrew Q. Smith, the other one from Chris Berrey. Both of them made me laugh. Thanks, folks. Keep your funny stuff coming in. Maybe I'll share your post tomorrow. And then after that, I orientated myself a little bit, got myself right to here. And from here, we go to the bad jokes. I haven't talked to my wife in a week. I didn't want to interrupt her. I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed. What does a painter do when he gets cold? Puts on another coat. How do birds learn to fly? They wing it. Where did the cat go after losing its tail? To the retail store. What do pigs use to clean up? Hogwash. Where do armies belong? In sleeveys. Did you hear about the bossy guy that went to the bar? He ordered everybody around. Did you hear about the girl who swallowed a frog? We're pretty sure she's gonna croak. Why did the orange stop halfway across the road? Well, he ran out of juice. You know, I got a message one time, a DM, saying that me yelling at the camera saying bad jokes makes them jump. It scares them a little bit. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to be stupidly funny. Folks, as I said earlier in this video, every single joke today is from my friend Dave Knapp. All 10 jokes. I took them from 2 emails that I got in 2 days in a row. Ones that I hadn't used, but they were still full of good jokes. I only do 10 jokes every day. That's why I didn't use them all. And thank you so very much, Dave. You know I appreciate it. I really hope you know I appreciate it. I say it a lot, and it's not just lip service. I really do appreciate it. And folks, I want to tell your jokes. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if I can, I'm going to use your jokes. And if I use your jokes, you can be darn well certain that I'm giving you credit for your jokes, my friends. I don't steal jokes. Not intentionally. And if I ever do, I want somebody to set me straight and tell me where that joke came from. So send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And you know what? Before you send off those jokes, why don't you record yourself telling one of those jokes and send that to that same email address, jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. One of these days, maybe you'll click on our video. You'll be watching the video. The joke segment will come up. I'll introduce it. And next thing you know, there's your amazingly beautiful face telling an amazingly funny joke. Wouldn't that be amazingly amazing? Let's do it, my friends. Send in your jokes and send in those videos of your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. All right, I do it every day. I repeat everything every day. 2 favors I want you to do for me, although you owe me nothing, but I promise you they're pretty altruistic. If you can, if you're out and about amongst people and it's an appropriate time, try to make somebody laugh. You're going to make their day better no matter what. And just as importantly, and this is that second favor, along the same lines, you are as important as anyone else. You deserve to be happy and you deserve to laugh. So try to find something that makes you laugh today, my friends. And you know what I'd love if you did? If you share that to the group and tag me in it. Just tag me, Lee Kempster. This is what made me laugh today. And maybe it'll be one of our featured posts tomorrow, folks. All right, we've got a store. I'm going to talk about it. Well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to play a blurb that I've already pre-recorded. Check out our store, my friends. You know, any purchase really helps us out. But I'm not lying when I say the quality is there. It looks great. And people ask you, if you're out and about in a t-shirt with that, well, I thought it was funny with Dorothy the cow floating in space, people ask you about it. And I've got a lot of people to join the group lately, just walking around outside with my shirt and pants. Not just the shirt. And pants. You know, going shopping wherever, wearing that. And people ask, my friends. But I'll stop talking. I'm going to play this blurb and we'll be right back. Real quick. Well, I thought it was funny has a store, my friends. We've got a great store. We've got hoodies. As you can see, I'm wearing one right now. We've got t-shirts. We've got coffee cups. You see me flashing these around all the time. We've got a to-go cup, a 25-ounce to-go cup. It looks great. Keep your hot beverages hot, your cold beverages cold, and represent Dorothy the cow at the same time. Woo! Yeah! Take a look at our shirts and our hoodies, because I'm only wearing one hoodie, but we've got that 3/4 sleeve rock shirt, baby. We've got that t-shirt. The t-shirt's great quality. The rock shirt's great quality. The hoodies are great quality. Look at that. And they all come in multiple colors. And this is not some cheesy iron-on. This is a proper print. I've washed this. I've washed my shirts more than 50 times. They still look fantastic. This has not faded at all. And you know what? When you're out and about wearing these, wearing the shirts or the hoodies, people ask you. They absolutely ask you, what's it about? Because people find it funny. People like cows. People like funny stuff. People like cows finding things funny. So people ask you about it. And I've got several people to join by scanning the QR code that's in the bottom corner of the graphic here. It's awesome. I was grabbing a 6-pack of beer for a friend of mine a few days ago. And the lady, she's, oh my gosh, I love that. I told her about it. And I said, oh, you can just scan this here. She didn't know I was talking about QR codes. But she wrote down, well, I thought it was funny.com. She messaged me later on in the day, said, I love the group, I joined. That's how you represent, my friends. This stuff looks great, as you can tell. It looks fantastic. But you know what? It's going to look even better on you. I am the cheesiest salesman when it comes to selling my stuff, my friends. But I honestly stand behind it. I really do. It's great quality products. They look good. And I'm not making up that story. People really do ask about it when you're out and about. And you'll be helping us out too at the same time. So if you want to help us out and you want to look good at the same time and represent, check out our store at store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. We have a clickable link up in the notes for the video too, my friends. Check it out. I'm sure you'll find something you like. And if you do, I want to see a picture of you. I want to see a picture of you in your shirt or with your coffee cup or with your tote bag. In fact, there's my buddy Mitch with his coffee cup he just got. There's my buddy Corey Buckner of collections.com. That's with an X, with his coffee cup. Hey, look over here. There's Michelle Finnerty in her 3/4 sleeve rock shirt. And look over here. There's Rose Glad with her awesome tote bag. And Rose Glad gave us the best endorsement ever. She says, not only is that tote bag great for groceries and books, it's fantastic for hauling around your rubber chickens, my friends. Awesome stuff, Rose. Folks, check out this store.
I've seen the style before. Terminal psychotic.
I really do appreciate you sitting through that spiel. I wish I knew how to make a better commercial. And if you've got any ideas, please, I'd love to hear them. You can email me at admin@wellithoughitwasfunny.com, or you can direct message me on Facebook here and just, maybe put in the comment like ideas for the commercial or anything like that. I'm going to read it no matter what anyways. And if I do use your ideas, I'm going to give you credit. Just like if I use your jokes, I give you credit. If I use your ideas in one of our ads or something like that, I'm definitely going to give you credit. And this is a more vacuous idea. I may possibly be interested in looking for some people that want to maybe model our clothes. I don't know if that's even feasible, but let me know if you got any ideas for ads, or you might possibly be interested in maybe modeling our shirt or something like that. Let us know, and I will get back to you, my friends. So we got to this point here. We talked about all that. Oh, Roselad did. Sorry, I have to answer a question that Roselad asked me yesterday. Rufus will not be coming with my mom on this trip. It's, a big dog like that has to be in cargo when they're flying, and that's pretty rough on them. And it's 2,500 miles. It's about 4.5 hours flying, right? So it'd be a little rough. He's going to be hanging out with good people, with my aunt and her husband. They live just upstairs from my mom, so he sees them all day long. He knows them. He's going to be sulky a little bit. He's going to miss my mom, definitely, because he's definitely a mama's boy. But he'll be fine. And, it would be nice if he could come along. But like I said, it's tough on him. It'll probably be tough on my cats, too. But I love you, Rufus. I'll see you soon, Rufus. Wendy and I'll be coming out to visit later on in the year. So, unfortunately, he's not coming along, but I'm very excited to see my mom, so it's going to be a great day. And I've just got stuff to take care of. So, we're going to wrap up this video. And I want you to know that you folks are so important to me. And let's say it again, over 740,000 members. Funniest city on the internet, my friends. Funniest city in the world. Population, us, you and I, funny people in a funny place. And we make people laugh. And we do a really good job at that. And that's been my plan for most of my life, is try to make people laugh. And you have brought that plan to fruition, my friends. Thank you so very much. I'm going to be here again tomorrow, right? It's going to be a short one. A short video for the next 3 days, because we're going to be busy. Hopefully you're going to be here again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a few new people. But even if we don't, we've already got the best group in the world and the funniest city on the internet. Folks, all the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.